Good morning, everyone. This is Z. So, welcome to our Saturday morning journaling session. So, as you can see, this is going to be a Christmas journaling prompts. So, it's really no theme as the prior session. So, this is really just questions that are just somewhat fun. You may think they're not fun, but to me, somewhat they're fun. So, tip if you're new, welcome. If you're not, thank you for returning. If you are here in the chat with me this morning, thank you for participating. If you are catching the replay, thank you so much. And as we do these journaling prompts, if you feel comfortable, drop it in the chat. If you are watching a replay, leave a comment or emoji. However you're feeling at the moment, that's fine. So these prompts usually take about 4 minutes roughly to answer. And then also, what was I going to say? Oh, remember to like the live and like the replay. So let's go ahead and let's get started so this won't be too lengthy. So let's see what I have for us. Oh, I know I was. Make sure you take out your journals. Of course, I am using my handy dandy journal, and I am not going to be using stickers for this one just because I did not have any Christmas themed stickers. So yeah. Or you could just use a regular notebook if you have a notebook, or a regular piece of paper, or your digital planner, or your notes app. Whatever works for you, as long as you are journaling or planning within this time, because remember, this is your time and this is my time. Let's get started. Okay. So, if you could design your perfect day, what would it look like? And let me repeat that for those that didn't hear me. If you could design your perfect day, what would it look like? So you all know the drill, but if you're new, I go on mute so I can take the time to journal in my journal. So I'm going on mute and then I'll pop back on. All right, guys. So if you're still thinking, keep on journaling. So if you could design your perfect day, what would it look like? I'm simple, but I would. The weather is not hot. It's not cold, so it's like the spring weather, just right. Um, and I love the beach. So being on the beach and doing all the sightseeing and enjoying my family, that always puts a smile on my face. So that is my perfect day. um, if I could just have that day at least maybe 2 3 times a week. So but yeah, so keep on journaling. If not, drop it in the comments, if you feel inclined to do so. So let me go to the next one. What's a small thing that made you smile this week? Let me repeat that for those that may not heard it the first time. What's a small thing that made you smile this week? I'm going on mute. All right, friends. So keep journaling if you're not done. What's a small thing that made you smile this week? So, even though I wasn't feeling too good this week, what did make me smile was learning something new. So, this week, I was learning Zumba, with the Zumba challenge that we have out here. And that made me smile because, I love doing something fun, creative, as well as it's going to be incorporated in my physical activity. And so just being able to do different things that I feel like I could do or I can learn. Yeah, that put a smile on my face this week, just doing that. So if you have something you want to share, comment. If not, leave emoji. So let's see what I have for us next. Mm. If your life were a movie, what genre would it be today and why? Mm. Take a moment, think about this one. I'm going on mute, guys. Let me journal this out.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light. While we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside tracing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Play it with me under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day. A Merry Christmas Day. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys. So I hope you were able to come up with one. So if your life were a movie, what genre would it be today and why? So I actually had to look it up because I was thinking that this was in the category, but it's not a genre. But I'm gonna say drama, but with inspiration. Because I was thinking inspiration was one of the categories, but it's not. So drama, and why? I would have to say, since August of this year, there has been so many ups and downs, and not so much with on my health journey, just in a career perspective. This with the drama with that. But in hindsight, where the inspiration comes in is all the things that are possible, the new opportunities, the new mindsets, that I can have for new dreams. So, yeah. And then with it being in Christmas, that could be a good Hallmark movie. But yes, so I digress. But yes, that is mine. I hope you were able to think of something for yourself. So let's go ahead and let's see what I have next for us. Yes. Okay. What fictional world would you love to live in for 24 hours? What fictional world would you love to live in for 24 hours? I'm going to mute. So go ahead and be journaling as well. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat the question. What fictional world would you love to live in for 24 hours? I don't know why I chose this one, but it was the first thing that came to my mind, and it was basically like a sci-fi type of world. I don't know. It's just, I guess, watching some of these movies on sci-fi. It, it just seems intriguing. I don't know. Uh, and I love. I'm curious about a lot of things and figuring stuff out and just the craziness. I don't know, but sci-fi is what I came up with for my fictional world. So yeah. So let's mosey right on along. Let's see. Okay, this is a good one. What's a song that describes your mood right now? What's a song that describes your mood right now? Okay, go ahead and journal it out, guys. All right, guys. So, what's a song that describes your mood right now? So, because I am hopeful, optimistic, and all feeling just good inside, my song is Hold On, Change is Coming. And the music group is Sounds of Blackness. So, I hope you were able to think of a song that describes your mood at the present time. Yes. So let's see. Oh, good. Yeah, I like these. Okay. What's a habit you add to your life if it instantly became easy? Okay. I'm gonna repeat that. What's a habit you'll add to your life if it instantly became easy? A habit. Journal it out. Let me go on mute.
ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of
All
light.
right, friends. So,
Dancing around
what's a
the
habit you'll add to your life if it instantly became easy? Well, I'm incorporating this one into my health journey side of everything that I talk about on this channel. Some of the things I talk about. I have two. Uh, strength training. I do strength training, but I need to, get better at strength training, so I can increase the weights. Um, so if that instantly became easy, I would say, strength training. However, because I love walking, right? It's therapeutic for me. I'm a walker. Yes, I am. Um, but I would love to start running. Even though I walk on my walking pad, I could run on the treadmill in the living room, like, in the dining area. But I would love to just run. Mm. Which is weird because I used to run track when I was younger, but I don't know. But yeah, so if those things became instantly easy, those are my top two. And I know I didn't say top two; it's supposed to be one, but I digress. All right, let's go ahead to the next one. Okay. Okie dokie. If you could talk to your future self for 2 minutes, what would you ask? Okay. So I'm assuming the age I am now, future self, 10 years from now, 5 years from now. Okay. I'm going on mute. All right, you guys, go ahead and journal out your response in your journals.
Merry Christmas dancing around the Christmas tree, wishing all a Merry Christmas. Dancing around the Christmas tree, wishing all a Merry Christmas. Dancing around the Christmas tree,
All right, friends. So if you could talk to your future self for 2 minutes, it's only 2 minutes, what would you ask? So this ain't nothing profound that I have, but mine would be, did they get their karma? I'm sorry. Everything that's going on right now for last month or so, that's all I want to know in the future. Karma's a B. That's all. Did you get your karma? I don't know. Okay, let me go on. I hope you were able to journal out something. At the moment, how you feeling? Let me go ahead to the next one. Okay. Oh Lord. What's a random childhood memory that still makes you laugh? Oh, okay. What's a random childhood memory that still makes you laugh? Let's think about that one. Let's journal it out. All right, guys. So, what's a random childhood memory that still makes you laugh? I have several, but the one that comes to mind is, excuse me. So, I don't know how old I was. Oh, 9, 10. It was 9 or 10. Could be a little young. No, it had to be 10 or 11 or 12. Between the ages of 10 to 12. So this is on a Saturday. Uh, uh, Back in the days, you know, for certain people, my mom would straighten my hair because it was natural, but she would straighten my hair and then put it in the pigtails, the ponytails. And so, as a household of at the time, that during that time of a pastor going to church on Sunday, we had to be at church at a certain time. So my mom had, washed my hair, blow dried it out, straightened it, and then she put it in these pigtails and everything. And it was early, getting started early because my hair was really long, real long and thick. So she was like, all right, y'all. So make sure you don't mess up your hair. So, we'll be ready for church in the morning. Okay. Went outside. And during this time, we were staying in a townhome. Was it town apartment? Apartment. I think it was apartment. Townhome. I don't remember. But we had a community pool. So I'm just walking with a couple of friends. Went to the pool. For some reason, I don't know how, I got in the pool. Messed the little pigtails up. Hair got all wet. After doing all that hard work on my head that morning, it was just funny because the visual is just there. I just saw. I don't know. It's so, how when people are running around the pool because they're getting ready to dive in the pool. I don't know, but I think somebody bumped me because I wasn't on the outside of the gate. I was actually the pool. Like, this is the pool. I was around the perimeter of the pool, just standing there looking at everybody. And I think somebody bumped me. I don't know. I think that's what happened. And I literally ended up in the pool. In the pool. So that one always gets me. But yes, I hope you found a thought of a random childhood memory that still makes you laugh as of today. If you truly, well, even if you don't have to truly think about it, I hope you found something. Oh, watch telling me to stand. Okay, so let's go ahead to the next one. I think we almost done. Let me see. Okay, so if you could pick one superpower just for today, what would it be? Let me repeat that for those that didn't hear me the first time. If you could pick one, this time we emphasizing on one superpower just for today, what would it be? All right, let me journal it out.
Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Merry Christmas Day. A Merry Christmas Day.
All right, guys. So, if you could pick one superpower just for today, what would it be? At the moment, what's going on with me, and how I'm feeling, I would want to be invisible for just one day, even if it was just 5 hours. I would just like to be invisible, to just go into this scenery that I want to go in so I can hear what I need to hear. What I know, what I know, what I know. But I don't have no proof. I would like to be invisible so I could just, yes, that's my superpower. I digress. It's always a reason why I have some. That's why I love journaling. Because if you keep all this stuff just locked up, even though this is like more funnish, but still, it can apply to some things. If you just keep it all bundled up here, you just have too much on your brain, too much. That's why you got to release it. Let it out in your journal, your paper, your dictation, however you're doing it. Just Release it. Release it. Yes. So let's go ahead and let me think. I think it's just a couple more. Let me see. Um, what's one thing you're proud of yourself for this week? Okay. What's one thing you're proud of yourself for this week? All right. So that didn't take much thinking from my part. What's one thing you're proud of yourself for this week? I'm proud that I was still able to get in my exercising and still, like I said earlier, participate in trying to learn the Zumba because I was totally under the weather this week. I don't know what was going on, but I just was not my fine. I was not at my best. Not at my best. So I'm proud of myself for that because with it being cold outside, I mean right now it's in the 40s, but it was in the 30s, just cold and not feeling good. And yeah, I'm proud that I was able to just say, okay, go ahead, get started. Once you get started, you know, how much of a time you get it in, but at least it's done for today. So yeah. All right. What is a silly little thing you're you're obsessed with right now? What is a silly little thing you're obsessed with right now? All right. Let's journal it out. Well, on this one, I really am not obsessed with anything little. Um, I must say, if I want to go with obsessed, um, is I would say, you know, YouTube. I mean, watching too much YouTube. But other than that, I really, yeah. So I hope, I mean, you probably didn't have anything either to journal about for this one. And then, like I said, when with some of these journaling prompts, you can tweak it to what fits you. Um, that's what journaling is all about, is just thinking, and getting stuff out in your journals. So, but for this prompt, I really, yeah, but yeah. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay. What's a main character moment you had recently? What's a main character moment you had recently? Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna lean on the side of, I can't think of the movies. Um, um, but it's two, and I may be getting them mixed up. But I'm just gonna go with the character um, names. I want to just do this one because I had the movie in my head, but I can't think of it. But it's Taraji P Henson or it's Angela Bassett. It's one of their movies, and I don't want to get it wrong, but that's the characters that I have in my mind that I'm thinking of with the situation. But I would not put that situation down and say it. But yes, so let's move right along. Uh-oh. Okay, I think this is it. Okay, if you could instantly master any hobby, what would it be? If you could instantly master any hobby, what would it be? Hmm.
We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go
All right,
skating on
guys.
the frozen lake,
So,
saying hi to
if
every
you could
friendly
instantly
face.
master any
Baby,
hobby,
one
what would
more
it be? And the word
goodbye.
any is really supposed to be just one, but for some reason I'm stuck on two, so I'm just gonna give my two. Um, Sewing. I always wanted to learn how to sew. Sew, you know, sew with the sewing machine. I always wanted to. And then gardening. I think gardening is also, something that's therapeutic, you know, putting your I always see people, when they're getting their gardens ready for the upcoming season, getting their yards ready, flowers and everything. And you know, just something about the image of just putting your hand in the soil and just doing all that. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so those are, if I could master, I would take either one of those. Yes. Oh, I thought that was the last one. Okay, so what's your current comfort show, food, or routine? Let me repeat that for anyone who did not hear me. What's your current comfort show, food, or routine? All right, guys. So this one is, what's your current comfort show, food, or routine? So I don't have a particular comfort show. Um, as far as the food, I don't really have like a comfort food if it's due to the weather or emotions. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go with routine. And when I think of routine in my mind, I'm thinking of if I'm in a slump or I'm not, at my best, whatever it is. What I love to do is, of course, I walk because I think that's just so therapeutic. But sometimes I still may feel a little, and I need to, feel comfortable, get relaxed, zen out. And it's gonna sound a little odd, but I love to just binge watch different TV or movie series. That makes me feel so good. Whatever's going on in my mind at the moment or however I'm feeling is over. It is over. I know when I was working and it was time like I would take a vacation, but if we didn't go anywhere and it was a staycation, people would say, "What you gonna be doing while you off?" And until they already knew me that I'm just gonna be binge watching some shows. That is just something um, um, I love to do. I don't know why. It soothes me. I don't know. I guess because I'm not thinking about the moment. I'm just intrigued on what's going on. I don't know. But yes, I hope you have something. Like I said, yeah. I didn't have a particular show or food, but that's just my go-to when I need to soothe myself. That's what I'm gonna do. That's just me. It's peaceful. Okay. So what emoji describes, I'm sorry, what emoji best describes your energy today and why? Let me see if I can find an emoji. Hold on. Okay, so my emoji that, oh, mm, best describes my energy today. Um, I don't know. I was my energy. I'm just calm. I'm at peace. Uh oh. That doesn't mess up my chair. Um, but I put in peace, and it just gave me the like peace. Um, as the emoji. But yeah, my energy is calm. Hmm. So I get and for calm, it's just that little smiley face, like. So yeah, that I'm calm. My energy is thing, and I think I said this in one of my videos a while back. That maybe not even too far back, maybe 2 weeks ago. I was speaking on how I was, feeling like I needed to get up so early, to still be productive. And then I found myself realizing my energy levels was just not there. And I noticed that my energy levels pick up after 10 or 11. So yeah, I'm like the little emojis. This little emoji. Yeah. So that is mine. Drop yours in the chat if you are um, in the live. If you are watching the replay, do it as well. Okay. So write a note to your past self in only 3 sentences. Write a note to yourself in only 3 sentences. So with this one, I was thinking with this particular prompt that this would just stay in your journal and not to really share it, because it is, in my opinion, a personal note to yourself. So really personal. So go ahead and just take a few minutes and journal that out in your journal. All right, so I hope that you were able to write a note to your past self. And like I said, this one is just going to be mostly just staying inside the journal. Um, so I think that was the last one. Let me make sure. Mm. Okay, what's something you do that makes you feel like that girl or that guy? So, what is something that you do that makes you feel like, oh yeah, I'm that girl, or I'm that guy? Go ahead, journal that one out.
Carolers are singing outside our door. Lovely songs we all heard before. As they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh. We're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly, eating Christmas cake, and then we go skating on the frozen lake, saying hi to every friendly
All
face.
right, friends.
Later we
So,
warm up by the
what's something you do that makes you feel like that girl or that guy? This was a no-brainer for me. So, even if I didn't, well, I'm in my lock journey right now, so my hair lock journey. But I was about to say, even if I hadn't been to the salon yet, got a new outfit, but if I have a right tune, I love to dance. Yes. So when I'm in that mood and I do my dance, I'm like, I'm that girl. Yeah, yeah. And it's like, and the reason why I'm laughing is because I think of my better half. Because we've been together since I've been 19. So when, so when I do it, so when I'm like that today, I'm sorry. Okay, it's always that one person gotta remind you. So when I'm dancing, I'm thinking I'm that same person. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm that girl. And he'll say, God, let go your whole self. But then he do the same thing. When you think he that guy, when he was in his young 20s. So yeah, so yeah, I digress. But yeah, that was good because that yeah. So that's it. When I dance, I think I'm that girl. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yes. I hope you have one. Like I said, if you're here in the live chat, please share. If you're watching a replay, please comment. I'm curious to know. Yeah. Okay. This got to be the last one. Okay. So, if you had to live inside one season forever, which would you choose? I don't even need to go on mute for this, but I'm going to write it down because I don't want to take up too much time. But if I had to live in a season for one, oh Lord, if you if you had to live inside one season forever, which would you choose? Hands down, spring. I don't like it when it's too hot. I definitely don't like the cold. Spring is just right. So, yeah. Go ahead and journal yours out. Let me just write mine down real quick because I am writing these. Because these are just like when you're journaling, you want to make sure that you are writing or dictating, um, dictating your thoughts, so that way you can always go back and reflect. This is the point of journaling, is getting everything out, whether it's good, bad, or just whatever you need to process. And that is why we have these journaling sessions, um, to use that time, because we tend to focus on everything else in life and not ourselves. So yes. Mm. Um, what's a funny mistake you made recently that you can laugh about now? I definitely have to go on pause for this one. Give me a second. Let me think real quick. Mm. Okay. So, what's a funny mistake that you made recently that you can laugh about now? So, I have not done anything that's funny that was a mistake recently. I thought I have one, but it wasn't recently. That's why I started laughing earlier, because I'll just go ahead and share it, but it wasn't recently. I was thinking about, and I guess because I was just piggybacking off of the one about the what makes you feel like you're that girl or that guy, and I guess my brain was still on that, and so I was thinking about when I was around in my 20s, early 20s, when you think when you thinking you that girl. I didn't wear my glasses all the time. Uh, so driving, I didn't wear my glasses, and I wasn't a contact lens person back then. I eventually got into contact, then I got back out of, but I didn't wear my glasses. And so we were heading home to another state, and I was driving, and I have my glasses on, and they changed the road up. So it was like you're going down this way, and then they had like they want you to go on this side of the highway, and you know to veer off. So I'm just driving, and I took that road that I'm talking about to veer off. where the road wasn't open. It was still in construction. And I didn't see the sign. And I didn't see the sign. And we laughed about that all the time because I was driving, better half was on the other side. And then he said, you gotta back up because when we got to the end, I had to slam on brake because then it was a cliff. You was going down. You wasn't coming out of that, and so you went down. He had his hand on the wheel, and, and I was backing up, and he was like, "Let me do this." He on that side, got his foot on the side on the pedal, and he's steering back to my. So that's one thing. I know it's some others, but they not current. That's real funny. A bit that was a mistake that I made. Yeah, yeah. So I hope you found something that you can laugh about that probably happened recently. I just didn't have anything. It's got to be the last one. So let's see. If you could swap lives with a celebrity for 24 hours, who would you pick? Oh. Mm. Mm. If you could swap lives with a celebrity for 24 hours, who would you pick? You don't have to say why. Just who is that celebrity? Let me go on mute.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light. While we're dancing around the Christmas tree. Hugging and kissing just you and me.
Okay. So I'm not saying why. I'm just gonna say the celebrities, and you all can do the same thing. Mine, not the drama, but Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige. Yes. Yes. Okay. What's your current aesthetic or vibe? What's your current aesthetic or vibe? Hmm. All right. So my current vibe is I'm just laid back. I'm a laid back person. Um, yeah. I'm a woman of few words, unless you know me, but I'm a laid back person. Yeah. That is my vibe. What's one thing you want to romanticize more in your life? What is one thing you want to romanticize more in your life? Okay, so I guess what what's one thing you want to romanticize more in your life? I definitely need I would just say more vacations, more trips. Um, yeah, I really don't have a good one for this. But like I said, I did not want to drag this on. But yeah, um, if you have one, please share. But yeah, my thoughts was just more trips, more Caribbean. Just I don't know. Yeah. What's a dream you had that was too strange to forget? What's a dream you had that was too strange to forget? I'm going on mute. Let's think this through. Yeah, so that I really don't have any strange dreams to forget that I mean that was too strange to forget. Yeah. So, but just because I didn't have anything, that doesn't mean that you don't have anything, or you can't tweak this question for what benefits you for today's journaling session. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's a tiny treat you can give yourself today? Well, I don't even need to go on mute for this one. The you know, for me, I need is not a good treat, but because I feel like I've been doing so good on my health journey, and just because I don't feel like it's gonna be too bad. I At the moment I could use me a nice either kid fun size, that's what they call fun size, or two fun size Snicker bars. Yeah, I could use that as a treat for myself today. Yeah, yeah, I sure can. If your mood had a color, what would it be right now? So at this present time, if your mood had a color, what would it be? Let me go on mute for this. I need to look up something. Okay, so the color would be a soft purple, and the reason why is because of the calming, soothing. Because that's just my mood. I said that earlier. I'm just at peace. I'm calm, relaxed. So, yeah, and just trying to associate the colors. They did, because I Googled it. Blue, green, and soft purples are like a calming. And because I love pink and purple, that fit right on in. So, yes. So mine was a soft purple. What is something you always overthink but need to do? Okay, so I really don't need to go on mute for this, but I do need to write down the question. But I can tell you what is something, just for those who didn't hear me, you always overthink but don't need to. I would have to say I'm always overthinking a purchase, and you know, I can want something, and I will sit there and I will overthink it, and next thing you know, a year has gone by. Like a perfect example. So I don't know who, if you follow me, if you love Apple products. So I've been wanting the pink Apple all-in-one desktop that came out. What was it? Maybe 2 years ago, 3. I don't know. And I'm the person that sits there. I said, "Oh, I want that because it's pink. I like it. It's Apple." And it is. If it came out 3 years ago, 3 years later, I still don't have it. And as of 4 or 5 months ago, I started saying, "I gotta get that Apple desktop because that's what I want." So I tend to overthink a purchase. It doesn't even have to be an expensive purchase, even though that's expensive, but it is not that expensive. But you get what I'm saying? I tend to overthink those type of things, and I don't need to. Well, now I do, but in the past, prior to the new current transition of being laid off, I didn't have to think that But yeah, that's something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So pretend your journal is a person. What would you rant to them about today? So, if your journal that you are journaling in, digital or dictating it, however you're doing, piece of paper, what would you rant to them about if your journal was an actual person? I'm going on mute for this one.
Chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Play it with me under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling jolly.
All right, friends. So, pretend your journal is a person. What would you rant to them about today? So, here is my journal, and my journal actually has a young lady on it. So I'm ranting to this lady. And I'm ranting about the economy, the food prices, and the job market. Yes, that is my rant to her today. Yes. So, if you feel comfortable, Comment down below. I think that should have been the last one. Okay. What's something you're looking forward to this month? What's something you're looking forward to this month?
Oh, yeah. Carolers are singing outside our door. Lovely songs we all heard before. As we walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Yeah. A Merry Christmas Day.
So, what's something you're looking forward to this month? So, this is December. It's the Christmas, it's the holiday season. So, I love Christmas. So, what I'm looking forward to this month is enjoying my family. Enjoying my family and letting everything else veer off to the side until 2026. Yes, this is the season of giving, the season of thanks, and the season of life. So that is what I'm looking forward to this month, is enjoying myself, my family, and that is it. Yes. Okay. If you had a magic reset button for one area of life, which would you tap? If you had a magic reset button for one area of life, which would you tap? I would say physical for me. Physical area in my life, the physical component. If I could reset everything back to where I wouldn't have some of the physical mobility issues that I had for the past 5 years. So if I had a magic reset button, I would push it for the physical piece. Yes. What's one habit you're proud of lately? As I said earlier, one habit that I'm proud of, and that's just continuing to keep up with my healthy lifestyle journey that I'm doing, my exercising, eating healthier, and just staying motivated in this time of the year right now. So it said one. Well, one is exercising. I'm proud of my exercising habit. Comment down below. It's only one habit that you're proud of lately, and that is the exercising. Yes. Okay, all right, friends. So that was the last journal prompt that we have for today, this Saturday session. I hope you all enjoyed this session, you benefited from the session, and please consider subscribing to the channel or sharing this. If you wasn't able to participate live and you were doing the replay, share it to somebody who likes journaling, and please click the thumbs up button. Yeah, that's all I have, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday, your weekend. Until then, I will see you all in the next video, and of course the next journaling session next Saturday. All right, guys. Bye, everyone.